Welcome to the Investing Podcast presented by Tusk Media. The final bell has rung and the market is now closed. So let's move on to an audio and video recap with the Investing Happy Hour.
As Manifest Destiny. Welcome back, everybody, to the Investing Podcast. It's the funniest investing podcast on the internet because it's the only one called Investing Podcast. We're glad you're here. It's Wednesday, June 22nd, 2016. Market slid back, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But first of all, thanks for being here. Hit subscribe so that you guys catch Bond Week. It's going to be nuts. Gold bond, James bond, municipal bond, corporate bonds. We're going to cover them all. It's going to be insane. You're going to want to be here. If you have a listening party with some of your friends or families or even strangers, let us know. We want to be there. We want to cover that event live. It's going to be a lot of fun. In all seriousness, we're sitting down tonight and starting to record some of that content. Thanks to everybody that sent in questions to theinvestingpodcast@gmail.com. You can still send us your bond questions or your investing questions in general. We're going to answer them. So that'll be a lot of fun. As always, tweet at us at Tusk Media LLC. If you've got any screenshots of you listening to the podcast, we will like it. We will get in touch with you. We'll slide into those DMs, get your address, send you a free koozie. It's going to be awesome. Speaking of giving things away for free, the market gave away the lead that it had at the midpoint of today. Market was up Monday. It was up Tuesday. It was up solidly when we came at you earlier with the stock market power lunch, but slid down a little bit. Nothing too tragic, but the Dow was down about 27 basis points, so a little bit more than 0.25%. S&P down 17 bips. NASDAQ down 22. Gold was down a little bit, not a whole lot. Oil was down about 1.5%. But we do want to catch you up with some stories, some winners, some losers, and also come back around to that Solar City Tesla conversation that we had at lunchtime with Matt Krebsbach. So let's start off with some winners. NFX, New Field Exploration, up 4%. I really don't know why it's up so much. I think people are confusing it with Netflix, which has a really similar ticker. That's the only thing I can think of. I just watched the second season of Bloodline, a Netflix original series. Absolutely phenomenal. I've been really talking it up with a lot of people I know on Twitter, a lot of internet friends. I got a lot of those. I'm cool like that. So I think that that's starting to maybe disseminate and spread, and that's why the stock for NFX was up. People thought it was Netflix. So that's the only thing I can think of there. Urban Outfitters was up 4% as well, and this is a theme we've talked about all year. It's probably the investing theme of 2016, and that's simple. It's this. What's going to happen when Manifest Destiny and Westernization gives way to industrialization and urbanization? And Urban Outfitters is really reaping the benefit of that in 2016, up 4% today. So solid day for ticker URBN. Adobe, other side of the coin today, down about 5%, primarily on some weak guidance. So Adobe software maker, weak guidance for the full year, down about 5%. Next to last thing here, we talked about the Tesla Solar City deal this morning. We had Matt Krebsbach, our solar panelist, come on and talk about it at lunchtime. Check that episode out. It was really good. But to kind of give you guys an update, Tesla ended up the day down about 10%, Solar City up about 3%. Again, Krebsbach felt like it was not a great deal really for anybody. He felt like shareholders of Solar City should expect more upside than what they're getting. He kind of compared that acquisition price of if the deal were to go through to where the stock was earlier this year, and it wasn't that attractive to really get bought out. Yeah, it's a 30% premium from today, but nothing too steep. Simultaneously, he felt like it was a bad deal, lots of conflicts of interest for Tesla. So check out that podcast episode. I think you guys will enjoy it. Last thing, the war wages on, folks. War on technology. Thanks to everybody out there that's been using hashtag war on technology out there. Just to give you guys a quick update and recap, we still have not heard anything from Facebook Live. Again, they're spending about $50 million, so they're spending a lot of money to get video broadcasters onto their platform. We're one of the most elite broadcasters about money on video formats, and we hadn't heard from them. I think there's probably some kind of missed communication here. Maybe they got a suite number wrong, something like that, when they're trying to get in touch with us. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, but they're still very much on notice. Meanwhile, Apple, they're moving ahead with their plans to get rid of headphones. Again, if you missed that story, we give this podcast away for free. It's a really, really fast riser in the podcast charts. And I think Apple caught on to that and said, wait, these people aren't sharing any money with us. Let's make sure it's harder for people to listen. So we're looking into right now figuring out how we can get closed captioning on our videos, because I think that way you won't really be set back by not having headphones, especially if you're trying to work and pretend in front of your boss that you're doing something other than learning about money and investing. So War on Technology, Wages On, a really interesting independent news source, the Narwhal Capital blog, narwhalcapital.com/blog. They did some really, really brilliant reporting on this war on technology, so check that out. We'll put the link in the bio. Last thing, big day for promotional items. We had the mug from monster.com, the job source. Today, shortly after sharing that promotion, the Red Bull girls came by and gave us, I guess, the yellow bull here. So thanks to Red Bull, unpaid sponsorship. If you want to send us mugs, we've talked about this, you can mail them to us. We will drink out of it on air. Also, if you want to send us really anything that we can use on film that's age appropriate, we'll do it. So just send us some free stuff. Like t-shirts, whatever. We'll make it happen. Hit subscribe, leave a 5-star review. We will be back tomorrow with the Morning Market Mimosa, and we're going to come at you 3 times tomorrow. Y'all have a great day. Remember, first ever episode of The Investing Podcast live tomorrow, 4 p.m. Check it out on Twitter. It'll have the link. Love you guys.
Tusk Media is a subsidiary of Narwhal Capital Management. Ratings and reviews of Tusk Media content are not to be construed as endorsements of opinions, analysis, or services offered by Tusk or its parent company. The opinions and predictions shared here are professional beliefs at the time of publication. We are not under duress from any of the corporate entities mentioned. This is not a solicitation to take any particular action. Although we are investment advisors, this information should not be considered investment, legal, or tax advice. We strive to be as impartial, insightful, and accurate as possible. We base our opinions, analysis, and calculations on information we believe to be reliable, but we cannot guarantee its accuracy. We can, however, guarantee that our opinions will sometimes be flat out wrong due to a variety of factors. Employees and clients of Narwhal Capital Management may or may not hold positions in the securities detailed and may or may not hold these positions in the future. A full list of all securities purchased, sold, or held during the 12 months preceding the date of this publication can be provided upon request. Unless otherwise noted, all data accessed via MarketWatch or the Bloomberg terminal. Past performance does not guarantee future results. A copy of Narwhal's Form ADV is available at the SEC's website, www.advisorinfo.sec.gov, or from Narwhal upon written request.